Hey, I just went live. I'm getting notifications that I'm live.
Hey, you're live right now.
Hey, I'm live. Are you live? We're all live. What's up, people?
What's
How is
up?
everybody?
Hey, I'm live.
We got Bruiser. Bruiser was here early. Whip's here.
Bruiser's the best.
Yeah. Bruiser is the best. So what's people? How is everyone?
Who is echoing? Is that me?
Dennis?
I think somebody's got speakers on because I'm hearing the echo on the stream.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear echo either.
It's a delay.
Yeah, maybe somebody's playing the replay or the other stream.
Somebody's got to mute the stream, yeah.
Let me see. I think I have it on.
And an alternate tab, maybe.
There we go. I got it. It was me.
It was Whip.
Rookie.
Didn't
All right.
didn't bother me at all.
Whip, your character's now level 2.
Must be bad.
You have
And
been
has
demoted.
been stripped naked and is in the street lying there shivering. Don't let it happen again.
Oh, man.
But anyway, we're missing Skipper at the moment. He should be here. I'm not sure where he is. And Rico is not feeling well. I believe he is. I believe he's sick, so he might not be here. Well, he won't be here today. Hopefully, he'll be here next week. So Rico will be passed out underneath the wagon again, and Skipper will be with him until he shows up. But other than that,
I've been there before.
if we all remember what happened last week. Oh wait, Skipper's there. He said we started early. No, we didn't. We started at 7 o'clock, man. Late.
Freaking 7:03.
Dennis Christensen, what's going on? George RB3.
Dennis!
Hello, hello.
George!
George!
So, do we want to go over what happened last week in the adventure that we were playing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do we have a party recap?
Yeah,
Recap.
so you might have to fill in some gaps
Muppet.
for me because especially at the end, my notes are a little
Okay.
sparse.
I
But
will help.
last week, we were continuing to explore the underneath area of Tresender Manor. The top is in ruins, but the bottom is open. There's some rooms, a couple of caverns. We had just taken a long rest and were interrupted by this half-elf female rogue, River Fry, who showed up and decided to join our group. So we finished exploring the area. We found a journal from a dwarf that talks about the lost mines, which is eventually one of the areas we want to go to. Magic mace was lost. There's something there called the Forge of Spells in the mines. We found a little bit more treasure. Let's see. Yeah, there's something here about. Oh, there was a note from Lord Elbrick to Ierno, who's the mage that went missing. And Solidar is looking for the mage, so he grabbed that note. But he talks about Neverwinter spies and a way to stop them, and maps from the Black Spider, who's running some of the behind-the-scenes stuff in terms of the bad dudes. We ran into that psychic creature Screech, and we killed him. Got a little bit more treasure. Oh, we killed some bugbears and some more Redbrands. There was also a goblin, little goblin who was being abused and tormented, tortured by those guys. We let him go. And then we took a long rest. We identified some of that stuff.
Oh yeah, on your way out, you find his dead corpse with his throat slit.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Who, the Paladin?
who did
No,
that?
the goblin.
The little goblin.
The
Oh,
goblin.
Damn it. And then I
Something
think
got
we
to
were,
him.
Oh,
Then I
the one that we let go.
yeah,
Yep. What was his name?
Dobby or something
Creech
like
2.
Droop.
Droop. Yeah, it was something like
Oh.
that. Droop.
Oh,
or,
yeah, Drew.
He didn't make
And
it
then
out
I
of the
think we
dungeon.
were leaving the mansion and we ran into Sister Gariel.
Yes.
From
Well,
the
you
heart-
were at the inn when she approached you.
Oh, at the end. Okay.
Yeah. She asked you, you know, she heard of you doing the town a favor and getting rid of the Redbrands. She said something about asking. She asked you if you could approach. She's on a quest from. She's a Harper, which is a faction. Here, hang on. Let me go back here.
Yeah, they're kind of do-gooders, right? Harpers.
Yeah,
Spies.
kind of. Here we go. No, they're not spies, but they are. Let me give you a little.
They get information from and send it to their bosses.
Yes.
They desire to enact positive change through information and secrecy. So they basically call themselves
Spy.
watchers. So they basically sit around and watch and try to make, you know, things happen for the better, whenever way they can. But they're not very open about it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they're pretty secretive, as I
Yeah, they're
recall.
not overt about it.
Skipper, you can drink on stream.
But she
okay?
says that the Harpers have been looking for information about the fate of a spell book from a wizard named Bowgentle. She
Bowgentle.
believes that she told, yeah, that was the wizard's name. She's
Yes,
trying to
Bo.
find out what happened to the spell book. The last that they knew of, it was in possession of a woman named Agatha, who has long since passed, but she is now a banshee. And she's near the town or the ruins of a place called where the heck is it?
Let's get in our wagon and head on over here.
Coney. I think it's the same thing.
You know what?
What?
I have a suggestion.
Coneyberry. I'm sorry. Coneyberry is where near the town, the ruined town of Coneyberry, to the northeast, I believe, northish, eastish. Agatha can mark it on your map if it isn't already. Are we at the?
Yeah,
we're at the town map right now. Correct, right?
Yeah.
Whoops. I don't know who rolled.
And
Somebody
it
I
still
rolled
shows
identify.
us at the manor.
Does it? Okay, hang on.
No,
I
I got
show
the
you
town
at the
map.
town of Fandolin.
Not at
So
the
if
map.
you're at the well, it
Roll
shows your
20.
party is at the manor, but we can move you
Oh,
to the
yeah.
Stonehill Inn if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Should
Let me move this so that the people at home can see what we're talking about.
are we just in our group or are we out in public?
You are in public.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at the end, right?
You're at the inn, and that's where Sister Gariel, I believe is her name. She approached you. She also tells you might want to talk to some other people in the town. She knows that there's somebody in the town by the name of hang on. Elmore. No, I'm sorry. Darian Eldermath. He's an older guy, but he was an adventurer at one time, and he knows a lot about the area. So I know you're looking for some place.
Yep.
He might be able to help you. At least if not, he might be able to point you on the way. He also says that well, that's about basically what she says. And I know what else there was, that Alderley farm you guys were talking about going to talk to her. Other than that, you have Sildar. Let's see. Sildar was giving you, he wants you to find Cragmaw Castle and obviously try to rescue, what's his name? God, what is his name? It's been so damn long.
Oh, Stonecracker.
Yeah, something like that. Right, this is your job to remember these people's
Hang on,
names,
hang
not
on.
mine.
Gundren Rockseeker.
Thank you, Gundren.
See, I was right.
Gundren.
I was gonna say Gunther, but yeah, Gundren. Gundren
And-
Rockseeker
And he's also got two brothers who
does.
are overdue back
Yes,
to
so
as well.
Sildar is definitely on the things of like, hey, he wants you to find Cragmaw Castle and Gundren Rockseeker and his brothers, and retrieve the map to the Wave Ecto cave that he was in possession of. What else? The town master, Harbin Wester, before you guys went to the manor, had said that there's an orc encampment near a place called Wyvern Tor, and there's a standing bounty on orcs.
Orcs are fun to kill too.
Sister Gario wants you to seek out the Banshee near the ruined town of Coningberry. And
Is
ask about...
Conanberry near where that hidden treasure is?
That was in the town of the one that from the woman you freed. She gave you like info
Yeah.
on hidden treasure.
Yeah,
That's in
I
the
think
town of Thunder Tree.
I think they were both kind of north of us, weren't they?
Yep.
Thunder Tree is north. We can go to.
I know Thunder Tree was north
Hang on. a
because
second,
I
let me-
laid that into my head, but I don't think we ever saw the map of where the Banshee was because we were just talking to her. But I was assuming it was somewhere north, and I was thinking maybe we could kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Well, and there was
Okay, that's where you are right now, in the town of Phandalin. But if you would like, I can move you to the area map so you can see what's happening there.
Oh, I see it now.
ding.
Ding. All right. Let me make sure the people
I
at
wonder if
home can
that's-
see this.
Is that on the other side of High Silver Creek?
What's up, Silver Creek? All right.
I was
Tommy.
trying to be tricky on how I
Nothing.
said language
Daniel
spots.
the Liz.
I believe. Well, yeah. You see, Wyvern Torn was marked on your map. That's what the Harbin Wester, the town master, marked it on your map. What's her name? Sister Gabrielle will mark the town of Conanberry on your map for you. And she says that Agatha's lair is northeast. Basically, she'll mark both places on your map.
So we'll be able to see it from now on?
Yep. Let me move it to
Oh.
your lair, map lair. You should see that Agatha's lair now, and
Oh, I see it!
you should also see the town of Conanberry.
See, look, those are so close to each other. I suggest that we go do that, and maybe we kill some orcs on the way home.
And then
If
we'll
we're
also
successful.
mark the what's her name, the woman you freed, the
Oh, that's way up. on the
woodcutter's
road.
wife. She'll mark
Yeah.
the town
Oh,
of Thunder Tree
nuts.
for you.
We better save that one for later.
Yeah.
What's going on at Thunder Tree? I forget.
There's a buried
That's
treasure.
There's a
Right?
buried
Yeah.
treasure she tells you about that she told you about for saving her life, basically.
Yep.
But
Here's a suggestion. If we go to the treasure and spend like a couple of days going there and back, maybe the ranger will be back in time for the real fights at the other places.
there you go. There's an idea. Travel for a few days until he wakes up from his drunken stupor. Yep, just let me know what you're doing. Yeah, what's going on, Daniel Velez? Huawei. Yo. Silver Creek.
Yeah, I mean, we could
Here's
think
the
about
Y
that,
symbol.
or It's probably going to take us a couple of days to get up to Coneyberry anyway.
Yeah, you can move about 24 squares in a solid day of travel.
Well, I was just thinking it would give us something to do before the warriors.
Well, you're also in town too, if you want to finish up any leads in town.
Yeah, we should.
Oh,
Do we know where
and
we can
here's a-
find this Darian Eldermath guy?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
I
go
mean,
talk to that guy.
I will. Let me move you.
I
to
also
the
have
town
another
map.
suggestion. Should
Go
we
ahead.
go into the sleeping? Is it the sleeping giant?
Sleeping
Let me
Giant.
go look. The sleeping giant, and see if there's any more red bands just to take care of it, future infestations to stomp everything out. We don't want to be looking over our backs.
Yeah, and there's still that Alderleaf farm where that kid saw Redbrands and going into a passage. We think that
All right,
that's
they marked the Eldermath orchid on the map. That's the one that Sister Gariel told you was he used to be an adventurer.
okay.
You might have some
I think
leads. The
Path
alder.
goes up. Oh, sorry.
The Alderleaf farm. That was the one that had the kid that saw where the Redbrands were coming from.
All right.
But if you ask Sister Gariel, she says she's a very nice lady and she does know a lot about this area in the town. She certainly can't hurt to talk to her.
Yeah.
So let's talk to her. I
what
say,
does she
and then
know
I
about-
say we try to clear any Redbrand that might be left in the town before we leave.
Yep. I think it's a
Okay.
great idea.
Okay. Where are you going first?
Do you want to talk to the sister and see if Skipper's there in time to get to the Sleepy Giant and Alderleaf farms?
I wonder if we should go talk to the former adventurer.
Yeah, we'll
first
talk
to
to
be-
him, and then we'll talk to the woman, and then we'll head to Alderley Farm.
and then to the sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that work?
Okay. To the orchid first.
Yep.
Okay. You let me move your token over there. Whoops. I'm on the wrong layer. Dun, dun, dun. Move you to the orchid. Okay. Let's see. The orchid is a tidy little cottage besides an apple orchid. I'm assuming you're knocking on the door.
Yes.
All right. A few moments later, a fit, silver-haired half-elf, well over 100 years old, answers the door. Says, "Good evening," or afternoon. I don't even know what time of day it is. Morning. Good morning.
Well met.
Good morrow.
Well met.
Are you Darian Eldermath?
I am. What can I do for you?
Well, we were talking to Sister Gariel, and we understand that you used to be an adventurer, and that you've been around these parts. We wanted to
Indeed.
pick your brain a little bit, so to speak.
Well, I'm an older man now, and those days are behind me, and I just kind of want to tend to my orchid and live a simple life. But I'm more than happy to help a fellow adventurer in need.
So you've been
I
around.
know.
He's
I know
only
the
100 years
struggles.
old?
He said he's
Indeed.
over 100 years old. Silver-haired, half-elf.
Oh, half elf.
He's a half-elf. Yep.
He's still
So-
young then.
He's still but half-elves only live like 130 years, so he's pretty old for a half-elf.
I think
Yeah.
that. Okay, I thought it was 250.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. So maybe he's middle-aged.
Maybe he's 3
Early retirement. Maybe he did well as an adventurer.
All the
retired early.
adventuring gave him silver hair.
Well, he says if he invites you in and says, what can I'll invite you in if you'd like some tea. Tell me your concerns and see if I can help you.
Would
Yeah,
love
we'd
some
love
tea.
some-
Thank you, sir.
Tea. That'd be great.
Sorry, no tea. It's only apple cider.
I like that even better.
Is it hard cider?
Exactly what I was.
Hey,
gonna
you
say.
might have some if you're into it.
Hard cider would be great. First
Well,
of all,
I mean,
you-
okay, good.
you live in this town. You've been around this area. What do you know about the Redbrands, and what do you think about them? And
He tells you that he knows that they're nothing but ruffians, and somebody needs to teach him a lesson. And it's getting to the point where something has to be done in this town. He's like, I know that their leader is called Glasstaff, and a lot of them hang around the Sleeping Giant, which is the tap house in town.
Yeah.
Uh,
do you know if Glasstaff is around the Sleeping Giant as well?
I don't know, but I do know. Kind of looks around, make sure nobody's listening. He says, "I know that their Tressender Manor is where they're at, is where they're coming from. It's where their headquarters is."
Oh, we killed all of those guys.
Oh, really? He seems
gonna
really
try to
like. Are you serious?
We're gonna
Not
try
all
to
of
finish
them,
it up and
but-
make it a nicer place in town.
So we got to town 3 days or so ago, and we were coming out of the Lion's Shield Coster, and were jumped by 4 red brands. We then went and checked out.
Ruffians. Told you.
Yeah, absolutely. We went and checked out Tressinger Manor, and did, I don't know, 5 or 8 more that we killed there. So I don't know how many more there are.
But you've been under Tressinger Manor and you've cleared it out.
Yes.
Yep. Correct.
Well, that is excellent news. Well, you are adventurers indeed. He seems very happy about that. He's like, well, you know, if you're into it, there is some other place that you might want to check out. There's a place called Old Owl Well. It's in ruins now. It's northeast in the hills of near Fandolin. I've heard stories of prospectors that have been chased off the area by undead, and maybe you should check it out. It's a couple days march northeast of Fandolin. He said there used to be the ruins of an old watchtower there, from an ancient magical empire known as Netheril. It's like ancient history now.
Yeah.
But there's an old well there called Old Owl Well, and apparently some people have been run off there, prospectors, by I think is undead. So it might be worth checking out if you are adventuring type.
Can he
Well,
mark it on a map for us?
Yeah, I can give you a rough idea where Old Owl Well is. Let me
Well, sir, you know about ancient history. If you don't check it out, it's bound to happen again.
This is true. Well, I mean, nobody knows much about that old empire. It's long gone. Just rumors of it was once a great empire, and tower once was wielded by a bunch of magical people. All right, let me mark Old Owl Well on your map.
Hopefully that's on the way.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
You see it? Cool.
Oh, look at that.
The easiest way to get there, he says, is to go past Conanberry and around. Keep going to the west, and then you could head south to the Old Owl Well. It's up on the hill, in the hills. It's was an old lookout tower from an ancient empire. But
Well, as it turns out, we are planning to go to Coneyberry.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, so that works out really well.
Other than that, he doesn't tell you anything. I mean, I don't know what else you're going to ask him.
Yeah, not about that, but I'm curious if he knows anything about Wyvern Tor or what's the lost castle?
Cragmaw Castle.
Cragmaw Castle.
He doesn't know anything about Cragmaw Castle. He's never actually ever heard of that. The only thing he knows about Wyvern Tor is what Harbin Wester has mentioned it in a couple town meetings that they're orcs. That's where he believes they are, and he believes that the orcs there are sending out roving patrols that are causing problems for everyone in the area.
We heard that they were hitting caravan routes on the trail.
Yep, and anybody, little settlements or whatever in between.
Okay.
Well, sir, we heard that you used to be an adventurer and you're retired now. Is there any equipment or items that would aid us in our adventure that we could purchase from you?
Good call.
He says he's given up that life a long time ago, sold all the items that he cared about, and purchased this plot of land and cares nothing but farming.
Somebody asked him where he sold them to.
I believe it was Neverwinter. I sold a lot of stuff, so you might want to check there. There's always a good, you can make a good deal there sometimes. I'm sure it's harder nowadays.
Well, thank you for your time and for the ale.
Can we get some apples for the road?
Sure. There's a barrel by the door. Grab one on your way out.
All right.
I eat apples morning, noon, and night. Okay.
So from there, I think we'll head down to the farm,
Okay, let me move you back to town map.
unless anybody wants to.
We were gonna talk to the woman too, right? Before the farm.
What woman?
Oops.
What was her name?
Didn't we
The
already talk
sister?
to her?
I thought
Sister
we
Gabriel?
talked to her at the end of last week.
Sister
Well-
Gary, oh yeah, she already.
Wasn't there? Was she the one that you were saying that knows some stuff that we could ask?
No, she said that you could go to Alderleaf Farm and talk to that woman. That's where you actually were just heading.
Okay, so we're going to Alderley Farm. All right, cool.
Correct.
Look, it's moving.
Boom. There you are. Alderleaf Farm. Okay, this is figure out where we're at here. Okay. You approach the door of what appears to be a standard looking hay farm.
So we'll go up and knock.
Okay.
Oh, I hit the door.
Hear the sound of a woman yelling to her children,
Bing, bing.
go wash up for lunch. And a wise old female halfling, well, I wouldn't say old, middle-aged female halfling opens the door. She says, hello, what can I do you for?
Good afternoon, madam. We are a group of adventurers who just rolled into town a few days ago. And
Oh, yes, I've heard.
Uh,
My son has
already-
told me he saw you in the inn.
yes, that's correct. We actually were hoping to get a word with him if we can.
Sure.
But because we're working on getting rid of the red brands. We understand that we've
Well.
been harassing many people. You probably know the
She also heard that, you took care of a lot of red brands underneath the manor, which is excellent news.
And
So she calls her son down to where you guys are at. And she says, ask him what you want. I'll try to make sure he tells you the truth.
hello, son. The other day in the tavern, we overheard you mention a tunnel where the red brands were going in and out. Can you
All right.
show it to us, please?
Hang on a sec. You're mistaken about that. It wasn't him that said that. It was his friend that said that. His friend said that he knew this guy named Carp that knew that they almost got caught by the bandits.
Oh,
Carp is the one that's here now. That's the son. So the kid that was in the inn was the son of the innkeeper. And he's friends with Carp.
yeah,
And he's the one that
and-
told you that Carp knows where the entrance was and they almost got caught by bandits.
yeah, and that's who we're talking to, right?
You're talking to Carp, not the innkeeper's son.
But didn't the innkeeper's son say that Carp is the one who knows where it's at?
Yes.
So Carp can show us where it's at.
Yes. Yeah, right. I'm just making sure. But the way you said that, it was kind of a little bit backwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the innkeeper's son and his friend.
Right. And this is the friend that you're talking to.
Yes. Sorry if I wasn't clear, but yeah.
No, I was just making sure you understood that. But yeah, I mean, the same end. Well, Carp says that, he says there was it was like a week ago now, that him and, I can't remember what the kid's name was, the innkeeper's son, they were playing in the woods and they came across a tunnel. And while they were playing around at the entrance of the tunnel, the bunch of big ugly bandits came and they hid in the underbrush. And luckily they were quiet and didn't make a sound and nobody heard them. But they knew not to mess with and they knew the red brands, and they knew not to mess with them because they're a bunch of ruffians. And Mama told me not to mess with them.
Well, my mama didn't tell me not to mess with them, so we're gonna
And,
go mess with them.
Quellen's like, whoa, I didn't know about this. So she seems to be a little bit in shock that her son almost ran into some Redbrand Bandits in the middle of the woods. Redbrand Bandits in the middle of the woods.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
ma'am. normally this type of crew wouldn't hurt your son. They would just try to recruit him to be one of them.
They would kidnap him and sell him into slavery. Don't kid me.
Yeah.
Well, that too. Or they might just use him
I'm not a
to do
fool.
mysterious things.
Use
Yeah,
him the way
well,
they use
But we
that.
will finish these people off for you.
All right.
So can he show us where the tunnel is?
Sure, he will absolutely. She'll go with you, and it's out the backside. Basically, it's the same place I told you about before, when the Red Brands. There's that one tunnel to the
yep.
south that led out to the woods. That's the same
Yep.
place that Carp leads you
Okay.
to.
So it's.
Says
I think it's a dead end, right?
Well, it's the entrance you guys already discovered.
Yeah.
Or an
So that-
exit
That's
you
what I
already
was
discovered.
guessing.
Confirms that's what we had learned before.
Yeah.
Well,
But while
be
you guys are
careful.
walking around there, the Quellen Alderleaf, the woman, she's like, is there anything you guys need from me other than any questions? What you need to know?
Ask her the questions.
How many zombies have you killed?
None. I'm a farmer.
Do you
run away
heard
from
about-
I
I've
wonder
heard.
if you know-
Have you ever
What is
seen
she
or heard
knows-
about any ruins?
Well, she does tell you, speaking of zombies, she did hear that the town of Thunder Tree was overrun about 30 years ago by zombies, some undead.
Mhm.
That's all she knows about that. There was a mountain erupted and a volcano erupted, and shortly after that, a bunch of undead descended upon the town of Thunder Tree, and everyone fled that survived.
Mhm. Do you know a woman named Agatha from
No,
the Coneyberry area?
the only thing I know about Coneyberry is a ruined town.
Have you ever heard of Cragmaw Castle?
No, is that's around the area though, right?
Supposedly, if it exists.
She's like, I don't know about I don't know where Cragmaw Castle is. But there's a person in the area, Rydoth. He's a druid. He travels around. He's usually around somewhere in the Neverwinter Wood area. Actually, as a matter of fact, speaking to the town of Thunder Tree, he does travel there very often to keep an eye on the undead and the happenings there. But if anybody knows anything in there, what's in this area, it would be him. He pretty much wanders the woods endlessly, keeping an eye on things.
And Rydoth, you said?
So maybe, yeah, Rydoth the Druid.
Excellent.
Said he's usually around Thunder Tree, or on the road from here to there.
Okay.
But that's about it. That's all
Do
she
you
knows.
know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man
The Muffin Man.
who lives on Drury Lane?
She's like, no, I don't know him. You out of your mind?
Okay.
All right.
Well, be careful playing in the woods, Carp. But hopefully the red brands won't be an issue for very much longer. Thank you for your time, Mrs. Elderleaf.
No
And
problem.
I think we can take off from there then.
Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Thank
If you
you.
need a place to stay, I have a hayloft. You're more than welcome to sleep in.
Oh, how much is the inn costing us?
Well, the hayloft will be free. It's
Yeah,
it's the least we can do for you, helping us out with the red brands.
I think the hayloft may actually give us an advantage too. We can see over the field to see if any more red brand come or go. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, if
Might
you've
hold
got
it
a couple of
very-
minutes, can you show us the hayloft?
Sure. It leads you out to the barn. It's nothing too extravagant. Just a loft in a barn with a bunch of hay. Some cattle wandering around in the field or whatever. The pen.
Okay. Well,
Some hay,
so
some goats. Some cows.
and it's like mid-afternoon now or early
Yeah,
afternoon.
it's getting to be about mid-afternoon.
Well, we're obviously not going to crash out anytime soon, but we appreciate the invitation and the hospitality, and
Absolutely.
we may be back.
All right.
So
Well, you're
take
welcome
off,
here.
and then as we walk out, I'll look at the rest of the party and do we want to go back to the inn? Do we want to get some food, or do we want to go? Maybe we go get a drink at the Sleeping Giant Tavern and see what's up there.
Should we send the rogue to the sleeping giant and kind of case out the place incognito?
I'm certainly willing. I mean, I am certainly willing.
Well, while you guys are sitting around talking, you notice that the weather starts to look like clouds are rolling in. Seems like it might storm in the near future. But other than that, it's about midday.
Yeah,
we
I mean,
head to the sleeping giant before we get entrenched.
yeah, I don't know that we need recon. I think we just go in there
Okay.
and see what happens.
Let's move your token to the sleeping giant.
Has our ranger woken up from his drunken stupor yet?
I don't know. Do I see him? Nope, he's still drunk. Okay. Unless
If
he's
he
gotten
can
a
be
text
in
from
chat,
us.
he can be in StreamYard. What the?
Yeah, come on now.
Come on.
Giddy up, Skipper.
All right. The sleeping giant. This is a rundown tap house. It's dirty. And it is at the end of the main street. There is I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. You open the door. The place seems to be pretty empty. There is a surly female dwarf behind the bar. What do you want?
How about an ale? Or 5.
She looks up and down. Three silver.
Fine. I hand her 3 silver.
Pours you a mug of ale. Half of it's foam. Slaps it on the table. A lot of it slops out.
Come on now, you can
The
try
bar
a little
table.
harder than that, can't you? We are paying customers. I don't see anybody else offering you any coin right now.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it costed me a lot of money.
How so?
I got to make up for it now. My clientele seems to have dwindled.
Clientele meaning the brigands that have been attacking people all over town,
They paid for their beers.
as we are.
Yeah, except they bought more than you did. A lot more.
Oh, we just got here, lady.
Well, until you show me you can do them under the table, I'm going to charge you a little extra.
But I suppose you're happy with the turmoil that these brigands have been causing in town. The innocent lives.
I have no idea what you're talking about. As far as
Really?
I know, they were just patrons of the bar.
Mhm.
They paid their tab. I left them alone. They left me alone. It worked out pretty well.
Well, I think you might find more people within the town being willing to visit your establishment if you weren't associated with brigands.
Well, I guess I'm no longer associated with brigands, am I?
You don't happen to know the name Glasstaff, do you? Is he around?
Haven't seen him. I've heard the name. I don't know who he is.
So, looking around, are there any signs that there are other rooms
Where
or
is Rico?
anything else? What else can we see inside here?
Rico's under the weather, nanocarm guy. No, it's just basically a rundown shithole of a bar.
Mm-hmm.
A place that brigands and bandits would frequent.
Is there
Are
a,
any of these characters here?
Nope.
Is there
Nobody in the
map?
bar but you guys and the dwarf. What was
Can
that?
we see inside here?
Yeah. It's just a standard one-room bar. An inn, I'm sorry, with a bar and a female dwarf behind it, tending it.
I should know this because
Small
I just
little
was there,
kitchen.
but this isn't where I went to.
This is
Yeah.
exactly where you went to steal.
Okay, so I know what this place is.
You've been here before. Yes, actually, I might have a map of this because it generated
we
a
go-
map just for this for that adventure. Is this
Are
it?
any of your rooms rented out currently?
There really is no rooms here. It's just a place to drink.
Then what's upstairs?
There is no upstairs.
It's just a tavern.
The stairs next. There were stair steps right next to the side of
Ah,
the
that
bar.
went down to the basement to change the kegs.
Oh.
I don't think I have that map anymore, man. I don't know what happened to it.
I
I'm not
remember it.
Oh wait, no, here it is.
Picture it like this, and the little bars right here, and the stairs are up here, and there's a couple of chairs and tables right here with some gold on them.
Well, all right, let's see.
Was
if
there
how
a
right...
fireplace?
Let's see. Let's
on
see how
the-
right you are.
Was there a fireplace on the far side? Yeah. What? See, I think there's a fireplace next to that skin.
Except the people at the tables are not there.
Nobody's here. Are we the
Nobody's-
only?
Nobody but you guys and the bartender.
Is it the same bartender? Do I recognize
Yep,
it?
it's the same one.
It's probably why she sloshed our beer all over the place because she killed her fucking paying.
She knows that
customers.
last time she
I mean,
saw you, she was out a bottle of rum. Doesn't know if it was you, but something happened that night.
Well, I say we flicker a gold and head out. And say,
Why
"See
are
you
we
next
going to give
time."
her money?
Because we'll need her for later.
I would kind of, because she seems really surly with us, and I kind of want to try a persuasion check to make her a little softer in her disposition to us.
It would be
So
an
I think
imitation.
it's a good
You would
idea.
have to intimidate her to do that. So it'd be an intimidation check.
Okay.
Oh, well, then don't give her gold if we're intimidating her.
Yeah, here I go.
And I believe that's a contested roll against her. Something.
She's going to have a hard time beating that.
What'd you
Showing
roll?
up on the stream at
25. Oh Jesus.
Rolled a
She was gonna-
19.
hang on a second.
Rolled a 19, and then I've got a +6.
Garista, the
Oh, you know
female
what?
dwarf. Let's see if they have stats for her.
The people at home can't see the map.
What do you mean? They can see the inn?
No, they're looking at us.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot to change the scene.
Fucking
Very nice.
amateur hour here.
Telling me, dude.
Sorry,
Yeah.
folks.
Sorry, man. I got a lot going on here sometimes. Okay. Now you should see that, right? Okay. Now what was
Yep.
I looking for? What was her name? Giselle, Grista, something or other. I don't know if we have
Something.
her.
Grista the dwarf.
Grista. Oh, excuse me.
No yawning already.
I know. Tell me about it. Yeah.
Well, I
no.
say we start trucking over to Casbury Castle.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that you were successfully intimidate her because I can't find any stats, and I highly doubt she's going to roll higher than. I mean, unless I roll a 20.
Yep.
That would be the only thing that saves her. So let's roll that.
Yep.
Ooh, it was close. No, but she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want?"
What else can you tell
kind
us?
of put the give her the stare that kind of like gives her she kind of a little shaky.
What else do you know about the Redbrands, and where else could we look for any of the remaining members?
She knows is they're usually hanging out in their Trezendar Manor. She knows that their leader is called Glasstaff. She hasn't seen them for a day. They're usually here every day, every night. Somebody.
Do they usually just come in the evening?
Yeah, or every once in a while, like during the day, one or two will roll in twice.
Do you know how many of them there are total? Roughly? Have you seen?
Do you know how many roughly you've killed? She says about that number.
4, 9, 13, some 12 or 13.
Yeah, some about 15, 13, dozen,
Okay.
somewhere around there. Doesn't really know everybody. They're always recruiting new people.
Gotcha. Well, again, thank you for the time and the ale, and we'll look forward to patronizing your fine establishment again soon.
And now we can toss
I
her
look
a
forward
gold
to it.
coin.
Well, much obliged.
Okay, from there we can go back outside. I want to kind of just
Now
look
they can see the
around.
map. Dude, they haven't seen this map the whole time. Oh my god.
Nope.
No, it went up when you.
Well, what's up there?
I feel horrible.
See. So I want to
Whoops.
kind of walk around the outside of the building and just see if there's anything else that we can see with investigation or whatever on
All right, make a roll.
any tracks or anything else that 18 plus 2, 20.
Okay. You're wandering around the streets of Phandalin and checking out buildings and whatnot. Since you're investigating the town, I might as well uncover some other places for you. But other than figuring out where people live and all that good stuff, you really don't see anything out of the normal.
Okay. I didn't really expect to. I just wanted to check since we're here.
You learn that is where Harbin Wester lives. Who the hell is that? I think there's just some random town person.
Okay.
Let me see who this is. Why it even matters where they live.
Well, yeah.
Harbin Wester. I have no idea who this is. Halia?
Well, so I guess the question then
I think it's like somebody who was in one of these Lion Show costume, maybe.
It seems like we may have cleared the Redbrand out of this town. Based
we
on
may have, but I still don't know that we got the leader.
I don't think the leader is here.
Well, Glasstaff got away, that you know of.
Or he's invisible.
Or he's invisible. Or he's back
Can we find an invisible potion?
finding all of his dead people. And then running away.
Well, I don't know. Oops.
So I guess the question
I
is
feel like
Here, I will uncover this as Halia's house. But what you know is Halia is the one who runs the Phandalin Miners Exchange. Oof, couldn't speak.
Gotcha.
That's the way out on the Miners Trail. There's a smithy in town, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Here's where the owner of Barthen's Provisions live. That's pretty much all that matters here. I'll uncover the smithy in case you ever need to get there. There you go. That's the entire town.
Wonderful.
nice.
Uncovered.
Now that we see it all, we're leaving.
For now.
But we'll be back. I guess the question is, do we want to go towards Thunder Tree to find the buried treasure and possibly the druid?
All
Or
right,
do
so
we
let's
want to
go.
go to the orcs and
I'll move you all to the area map, and you guys can figure
Yeah.
out.
The only reason why we do the Thunder Tree is to hope that we don't need the tanks. Otherwise, I say we head to the lair.
Agatha's lair.
Yeah, I think.
Now, I don't know if you
there's-
remember this. I can read you what Sister Gariel told you last time
Yeah.
to
Please.
refresh your memories. She said that, you know, she's a member of the Harpers and her superiors had asked her to undertake a delicate mission. They want her to find the spell book of a wizard called Bow Gentle. What a lame name for a wizard. But she said that as far as her research could tell, that was a woman named Agatha was the last person to possess it. But Agatha is now a banshee near the town of Conanberry. And every time that she tries to seek out Agatha in her lair, she won't appear for her.
Right.
So she's asking you to be an intermediary, and she thinks that maybe if you bring Agatha a suitable gift, you could persuade the creature to tell you what she knows about the location of the spell book. She says that she has a comb, an ornate comb, that jeweled silver comb that she thinks would be a suitable gift if you would like to try it.
She gave that to us, didn't she?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yes.
I'm just reiterating what she said
Yep.
to you guys.
Yep.
So if
It's
you want to
that?
use the comb, and she
We could do
offers
the
you
comb?
potions of healing as a she can pay and push 3 potions of healing. That's all she really can offer you.
Yep, that's right.
We can do the comb, or we could grab that carp head and see if the banshee will take carp.
The kid.
Yeah.
Slaves.
Maybe we'll save that as a backup option.
Backup plan.
I just hear that banshees like halfling meat.
I'll let the chat see the map. Yes. I didn't mean to not let the chat see the map. It's not my map. Well, it has some
Poor
things.
chap.
Sorry, chat. I failed you.
Sorry, chat.
Fail.
Sorry, chat.
Oh, look, I hate stupid people's here.
What's up?
Hey, I just.
Okay,
Oh,
you guys have all leveled up from last time, right? Everybody should be level 3 now.
Yep.
And you're about to head out on the road somewhere. So let me know where
I'm
you're going to
still
go.
Level 2.
Well, that sucks to be you, dude. You should have leveled up.
Just kidding.
All right, I'm going to AFK a sec to use the bathroom again because apparently I drank way too much water. So figure out where you're going and I'll be back.
Where are we going?
Okay,
we going to Agatha's lair?
Let's
I
take
think-
the wagon.
Thunder
And the
Tree is
horse.
out of the way, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still north, but Thunder Tree is kind of out of the way from the 4 other objectives that we have to the east.
I say we head to Cranberry and we take our
Yep.
Conberry, and we take the wagon that we have and the horse that pulled it.
Didn't we? I think it was a couple of oxen, and I thought we gave that back to the.
Yeah, we gave it back when we got into the town.
Yeah, to the one guy, but we ought to see if we can use it again.
We could go ask if we could use it.
Yeah.
We're going on a big monster quest and expect to
We may
come
have
home
to-
with a ton of loot.
And
Yeah.
some
We
orc
don't want to carry the
bodies.
loot.
Yeah, and I would say too, in terms of where we go, Ed, to your point, I think either place that we go are going to have enough bad stuff that we're going to wish that we had the tanks.
Yeah,
Although
I
if-
think we're gonna want tanks definitely though for the orcs.
Yeah.
So
Do we have the
I say
horsepower for all that?
Was
What?
that?
Without, do we have the horsepower without Skip and Rico?
Yeah.
well, we're just hopefully Skipper gets here eventually.
Yeah, hopefully.
We actually need the oxen in the cart to drag Skipper's drunken body around.
Good point. Yeah, both the ranger and the barbarian, they were out on a big bender last night. Apparently, once we got back to town. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to get the wagon. It might slow us down a little bit, or it might speed us up. I don't know what travel time
I think
is.
it'd probably speed us up, wouldn't it?
It might.
Even if we have to rent it, I say we do it.
Okay, you're looking at a wagon. So
well,
are you
we're
going
past-
with the Lion Shield Coster or whatever? Parsons Provisions?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Barrington's Provisions or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And we'll go in there. We'll try a little persuasion to see if we can borrow his cart, as long as he's not using it, or even if he is using it, let us use it. So I rolled a 13 on persuasion, for 21 total.
All right, hang on.
No problem.
You want
And then
so that'd be under equipment, I guess. Equipment.
Mind if I run to the restroom while we
Yeah, go ahead, man.
negotiate the horses? Whatever the cost, I'm in.
yeah, I agree.
Let me
'Cause
do
we do
some
have a
Google
fair
through
bit.
here.
So this guy's a weirdo, and he says that the cost of the wagon is having the cleric for a night. But Ed already said he was in, so
Whatever it costs.
Whatever
Not
it costs, that's what Ed said. No, I heard it.
take it one for the team.
Ed's down. Hang on, I gotta check my stuff here a second. Damn it.
I gotta go pee too. I'll be right back.
Everybody's got to pee. Man, I started a thing.
All right, pee break.
Pee break. Yeah. Anyway. Where the hell? Oh, jeez. Sorry. I was opening my camera so I can make sure that I see what I gotta see. Okay. Let's see. You want to buy in it? You want to either buy or rent a wagon? Well, your persuasion roll.
What is my persuasion?
Whoever rolled that, didn't somebody roll it? Xanadu rolled it at a 13.
I got a +5. Does that
I'm
work?
just trying to see what they make a check basically.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, even if we have to buy, did we get rent any transportation?
Yeah, he said he wants to date with you for the night.
Oh yeah.
The cleric.
He says normally he would rent out he wouldn't rent out wagons, but since you guys have proved yourself a little bit, he'll certainly, appreciate if you could put a down payment on the wagon, so that he's not out all the money.
Yeah,
if you would give him 20 gold, he would certainly give you the wagon.
Deal.
And let's see.
We
does he-
treasurer. We have 20 gold to put down on the wagon, right, as a deposit.
Yeah, you guys you should.
Yeah.
You
Well,
want horses to pull the wagon, or you want?
Does he sell horses?
He doesn't sell horses, but there's somebody in town that I'm sure you could speak to that could get you a horse, or the oxen that you were pulling. I mean, if you need
I'm down for
something to
either.
Well,
pull the
that's a
wagon.
package deal, isn't it?
What do you mean? They weren't his ox, so I mean
Oh.
he can.
Oh, I thought they were. Yeah.
They
Probably
were.
oxen.
Do we still have the dwarf's horse? Stonecutter's
No.
horse?
Those horses were killed.
Yeah,
We
they were
found
dead.
them on the trail. That's when you got ambushed by
Does
goblins.
the woman that owns the farm, does she have any horses or cows or ox?
I think she had cows
Uh,
and goats, but
Yeah.
She had some cows roaming her
Let's-
field. Maybe she's got some ox.
Let's just get this done here and move.
yes.
Well, he'll sell you. You can
Let's-
find somebody to
let's
sell you
eventually.
to sell you some horses for. What do you need? You need 2 for the wagon, so a pair for since you've done him favors, he'll cut you a break and 75 gold for 2 horses, or 40 for 1.
And that's buying them.
Buying them, they don't
Yeah,
rent
let's-
horses.
Let's buy 2 horses.
If you return a wagon, yeah, maybe. But you're basically buying a wagon, and it'll give you the money back if you bring the wagon back in good shape.
Should
Cool.
we check the horses to make sure that they look like healthy horses?
Yeah, they're decent draft horses, standard.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
I mean, you can go with ponies too if you want. They're cheaper.
Do we have unicorns? Can we get unicorns?
Nope. Donkeys,
How about a
Mules?
Pegasus?
mules. You want a mule?
Can we get a Pegasus?
You get a camel, dude. All right.
See if Bob Steampot were playing with us, he'd be asking for giraffes.
Draft horses.
Giraffes.
Oh, giraffes.
Who loves giraffes?
Long horses.
Okay, we got horses, we got a wagon. Let's hit the road.
Let's hit the
We're
road.
going to
Jack.
Agatha's lair.
All right. I'm assuming you're taking the
Right.
road, the Tribor Trail.
Yeah, we'll take the little trek up to the trail.
Are you
From
waiting
town.
till morning? You spending the night in Fandolin and then heading out in the morning, and you're just heading out midday, late afternoon?
I think we just head out.
How long of a trek is it? It's
Well,
only a
and-
half a day trek, isn't it?
No, it's a little
No.
longer than that.
No, it's going to be a couple
It's
of
like
days.
2 days.
I guess the other thing is if we.
It's
stay
about
in
it's
town-
about half a day's journey, really. Like, but
Well, let's just go to sleep. Maybe Skipper will be back, and then we leave.
Well, and I wonder too if we stick around town another evening, if we have any more chance encounters with other red brands, if they're still around, or if they're really all gone.
All right, so let's go crash in the hay barn, in the hay loft.
I'd rather crash at the manor.
Yeah, I'd rather crash.
We
at
have beds.
Oh. Did we give up our rooms at the inn then? Because it wasn't super expensive. They had food and ale. That would be my
Yeah.
preference.
Yeah, that makes
where the
sense.
squares are? Do I have the squares marked out here? 1 hex is 5 miles. So you can travel about 24, 25 miles a day. So about 5 hexes in a day.
Okay.
Is that
I
including the horses? Do we travel faster with the cart? and horses?
I would think you would travel slower with the cart and the horses. So, I mean, you travel at a steady pace. Let's put it that way. As long as the horses will keep moving, they'll keep moving, but they're not like running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're walking at the same pace you are. So, I would say, yeah, about same. It's probably about the same if you were walking overland as the horses are moving, really. Because you got to stop, everybody's got to like eat lunch, take a break. And then let's just figure about 10 hours of traveling maybe, and then probably like whatever 3 or 4 hours of like, break time, lunch time, eating time, chilling out time, and then it's probably about time for setting up for bed. So you get about hour or
All
2
right.
for camp and then sleep.
So we take the
Tribor
the
Trail.
horses and shit back. Oh, so now it's daytime now. We already did that.
Okay. Yeah. If you're sleeping the night and it's in your underneath the.
Yeah, and we've got it. We've got our drunken barbarian and our drunken
Yep, they're in the
ranger
wagon.
in the wagon with some a few provisions that we've loaded up for the trail. I think, right?
Okay. Well, let's see. You head out on the Tribor Trail. As I said earlier, the weather started to turn, so it's kind of a miserable day. It's just steady rain, cold. It's
We're
springtime.
all in the wagon.
Well, it's not a covered wagon, so it's not really doing you much.
Oh, damn it!
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of slow going. The horses just head down, walking. You head over hills and fields, slowly rolling. Pass by a forest to the north, off to the distance, and it starts to get about evening.
Okay, can we have the drunken ranger find an appropriate place for us to camp?
I don't know, can you? Let me roll something.
No, but I can
Okay.
look around.
Yeah. The journey.
Ooh,
The kind of moving more towards the trail.
maybe somebody else wants to look for a suitable campsite.
I don't know how good
My
I
goal
am,
is
but I can try it.
I'm a city boy. I mean, I can look at where would be a nice place to sleep, I guess.
That would be
What's that?
investigation.
Well, you can find somewhere that's off the trail. I mean, it's probably
Well,
2 miles to the
it's
woods.
Nature. Here's
common
nature.
rules for camping is you have to be 100 feet off of a trail.
Okay.
Rolled a 8.
You can easily get 100 feet off the trail. Everything around here is kind of plains and hills. And off to the north, you see the forests, probably a couple miles. And off to the south, you see what looks to be rolling hills that lead up into the Sword Mountains. The Sword Mountains are very jagged peaks.
Yep.
Hence the name Swords.
It would be kind of nice to get into the trees and out of the rain.
Well, it's going to take you a good 5 miles to get to the trees.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can set up
You can
like
sleep under the
wooden
wagon.
or a tent. Yeah, I mean, you can make a lean-to or throw a tarp over the tent and stay dry. It's not greatest accommodations, but it's it's
We're
doable.
hardy adventurers. That's fine. Rig something up and crash for the night. We'll probably set a watch. I can take first watch.
Okay. Who's taking second watch?
I will take second watch.
Okay. Who's taking third watch?
I'll take it if nobody wants it.
If you can see better than me, that'd be great.
It's all yours. Whoops. River, I should say.
River.
Blind as a bat at night.
Perception? When you're watching?
Okay. Well, who was going first? Xanadu?
Yep.
You sit there and you hear some noises off in the woods, or off the trail over a hill or two, but nothing seems to ever come to light of it. So your watch passes pretty uneventfully.
Okay. I will wake up Kenny.
All right, Kenny, you're woken up, and you begin your watch.
Yes.
Stop. Why does this keep closing on me? Oh my god, this drives me nuts. There we go. Okay. Same thing. You just kind of listen to the night birds and creatures in the scurrying around in the fields, but nothing comes to light during your watch. At least nothing you noticed. So your watch passes pretty uneventfully as well.
Cool.
So you wake up Whip and begin.
Whip.
Yep.
And let him know it's his turn.
I'm going to say, as he's heading off, I'm going to tell him to stay frosty. I have a bad feeling.
Well, Whip, in the middle of your watch, it's getting pretty late in the night. It's almost dawn, and as you're sitting there, you kind of see something off in the distance. Kind of look at it. It looks like a rock, and it looks like it's smiling at you. But as you sit there staring at it, kind of like trying to make it, you realize that the sun comes up, and it's really just a shadow of a rock that looked like it was smiling at you. And the night passes uneventfully.
All right.
And you can.
Hey, so we get up the next morning, grab
Next
a little bit of food.
I think
break
Whip
camp.
ate too many of them fermented apples
That's
from
it,
that
man.
from that apple orchard.
Okay. I'd say throughout the day, assuming you're just just traveling,
Yep.
Mhm.
you travel, over rolling plains as you slowly make your way to the northeast. And as the day rolls on, you get closer and closer to the town of Coneyberry.
Cornyberry.
Coneyberry. Cornyberry.
Cornyberry.
Okay. Let's see. It's getting towards evening now. The forest grows dark and still as the trail widens deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably cooler than it was. You approach what looks to be a ruined village. Rounding the bend in the trail, you see a screen made from warped branches, and what looks beyond it to be the ruined village of Coneyberry.
So are there since it's almost evening, we're coming into this deserted town. Are there buildings, or is there enough of a shell of buildings that we can find a suitable place to crash?
This place looks like it is like long ruined. It's basically just a couple rocks stacked up about shin high. No structures whatsoever other than what looks like some walls of ancient. It's nothing that looks like a town or anything that would be worthwhile to make a shelter.
Yeah.
Are there any? Do we see any tracks around? Anything that suggests that somebody might have been here?
No. Make a perception check. Let's put it that way. Or
Well, you already said no, so I don't think we need to make
yeah.
it.
There you go. Fair. That's a fair statement. Yes. You don't see anything of other than critters and whatever that have been here recently. There is a trail that goes through the middle of this ancient ruined thing, but it's nothing.
Yeah, and it splits off, right?
I mean, this is like from what anybody wants to make a history check.
Okay.
I'll make a history check because I have +4.
Okay, do it.
Oh,
Yeah, they +1. I'm just gonna do it anyway.
I don't know.
I rolled a
16.
Okay.
5.
Well, 16 is better than 5.
Or a 1.
You know that from what you know of the area and of Coneyberry, it's been here for centuries and has been ruined for centuries. And as far as you know, you don't know who built it or where it came from. It's just an old landmark.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think
it's approaching night.
Set up camp again.
We can do the same watch rotation.
Yeah.
So
Who was it? You, me, and then Whip.
Yep.
And then Ed just gets to sleep through the night.
That son of a
Keep
bitch.
Keep an eye open for undead, just in case.
No, that was in Thunder Tree.
Oh, I thought that was Canberry. Okay, my bad.
Nope. This is near the orcs. Kind of.
Well, orcs live underground, right? So did anybody look for hidden caves or anything?
Nope.
Holes in the ground, anything?
Nope.
Probably should do that before you just go to bed. Is there enough light to do that?
Well, we looked to see if there was any tracks or anything that would suggest that anybody or anything has like been in the area recently, and
There was none.
there was none.
Yeah, I think they're more down in the hills. They're still a little ways away from.
Yeah,
Where
I think
we're at,
they're down towards Owl though, aren't they? Down here.
And that's
It's 5, 10, 50, 20 miles
well,
away.
and south of there, even Wyvern Tor. But if I recall, they've been occasionally hitting because this trail gets caravans once in a while, and I think that's why the town master has an open bounty on the orcs because they've been hitting caravans and stuff like that. So, but I think they're coming in from the hills to the south.
Okay.
So I don't feel a threat here.
All right. So we taking watch.
Yep.
Setting up camp, taking watch. The bard is going to sing some music for us.
Yep.
Aw.
Pull out my lute and play some little sleepy time music.
Whip or Xanadu. I wish you could see the memes I've been sharing on Instagram, or not Instagram. Was it Instagram? Maybe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Fine,
good,
I'll go.
some good
on
D&D
Instagram.
memes.
I'll go check them out. Cool. Anything happen overnight?
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Who was taking first watch?
Xanadu.
Okay, Xanadu, give me a. Yeah, let's shake it up. Give me a perception check. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. What is your perception?
Perception is a +3,
Okay, cool.
and so that's to
I'll roll this for you. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you know, the sun sets. Everybody kind of tucks into their little bedrolls for the evening. And you keep a watchful eye as long as you can. And mist settles on the area. You're kind of now in like a little bit of the woods kind of are creeping out around you. Here, the town's almost overgrown, or whatever. The ruins are overgrown. But I'm guessing you're outside of the ruins. You're not really like in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, and sooner or later you feel like it's time to wake up the next person.
Okay. I will go wake up Kenny.
All right, Kenny. You get woken up and told it's your turn to watch.
Okay.
Okay. So you begin. Let's do the same thing with you. Give me your. Oh, never mind. What is your perception? What's your bonus?
Perception is +1.
Okay. Let me see. Okay.
That didn't sound good.
All right. Let's see. The same thing. It's kind of foggy out. You know, you're sitting there. You're just staring at the fire, drinking some
like
of
the
that
fog.
cider that you got. You don't have night vision, or dark vision, do you? You're just you're at the whim of.
I do not have dark vision.
Okay, that tells me all I need to know. All right. Well, as you're
I
sitting
feel
there
like
around the campfire,
something's happening in the fog.
come on now. I think I put the. Yeah, you need to be on that layer. I need to be on that layer. All right, who else is here? Xanadu, Boaz. There's 4 of you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna kind of have you all like huddled up here.
Oh man, somebody's rolling initiative. I feel it.
You feel it in your fingers.
It's about
You feel
time.
it in your toes.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Okay. Well, let me
Oh.
let's change the scene a little bit here. See what you guys see. There you go.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Well, that's kind of where you're camping. And you're staring off in the fire, not really paying attention. The fire starts to get a little louder, crackling. What did I just do? Oh no. Okay, sorry. Clicked the wrong button. And you don't really notice it, but suddenly out of the sky.
Oh no.
Let's do that. Token layer. Token
Out
layer.
of the sky.
Somebody please tell me we're sleeping underneath the thing.
Are those flying pigs?
Maybe.
I can't see them. Kind of look like. Oh my god.
What the hell?
All right. Yeah, I think we're probably more or less huddled up around the wagon.
All right. Well, this would hang on. This would be a good time to roll initiative, but make sure you target yourself before you roll.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Where am I? I'm right here, right?
You are the
Yeah.
light blue,
Yeah.
and I will start rolling for.
Oh god, that was horrible.
Let's see. 1.
Oh, not great.
2. 3. Oh wait, why is my battery not charging? Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. Just realized my battery's been draining this whole time. Let me make sure that's plugged in over here. Oh, it's not. Oh my god, that's why I forgot. I unplugged this when I did my water change. Aha. You fool!
Idiot.
Well, that explains why my laptop's going in battery saver mode.
Yeah, mine did too. I had to go grab my charger.
I thought it was plugged in, but apparently I wasn't. The extension cord wasn't. Okay. Where the heck am I? I was at 3. I think that I don't know if did I roll this one. Nope, I don't think I did. 4. This would be number 5. Okay. Now, in case you all don't know, most of you are asleep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Kenny had no idea what was happening. So
I'm gonna ring that bell.
let's spread this out. Sturge number 1 descends out of the sky. And, oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you what they were.
That's right. Where are you? Because we saw him in the. Oh no, we didn't. That's the other one.
Okay. Ooh, that is not a good roll. Okay, well, he misses you, Ed. Swoops down. You feel you're dreaming about, like, an angel coming down and kissing you on the face. You're like, oh, yes.
And by angel, you mean river.
Yes, there you go. All right. But fortunately, it manages to miss you in the dark. Let's see. Who's this one? Oh, that was that one. Who was it? Damn it. All right, this one is going to come down here and descend on Kenny. Make sure I got the right one this time. No, what is going on? Somewhere I screwed up. Okay. All right. It's coming at you. Well, you're sitting there tending the fire, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes like this thing that just flutters down and just looks like it tries to land on Ed, but misses, hits the ground, and just flies back up. And you're like, "What the hell?" And then out of nowhere, one of the same kind of creatures flops down and lands right on your neck. And you take
My neck
4
or
points,
whose neck?
Kenny's neck. And you take 4 points of damage as its little, proboscis thing sticks in your neck. And you're like, ah!
Okay.
All right. That was that action.
I have reactions.
Okay, what reaction would you like to take?
I'm going to cast Shield as a reaction.
Okay. That adds 5 to your armor class?
It adds 5 to my armor class.
And what was your armor class?
14.
Unfortunately, that's not good enough.
Oh,
It
no.
still latches on your neck.
All right.
Well, that would have been a good use for the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second. I don't know. I have to look into that, but I'm not entirely sure you can use reactions if you were surprised. But
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not entirely sure about that. I have to look into that. But either way, he's still attached to you, and he rolled a 19 to hit.
okay.
All right. Moving on. Which Sturge is this? This one's swooping down. It's gonna take a bite out of River.
Why river? I'm little.
Well, you're all just laying there, looking mighty tasty. Oh my god. All right, well, while you're laying there sleeping, all of a sudden, just like flapping in your face, you start feeling these wings, and feels like something bites you right in the neck. Ah, kind of startle you awake, but you take 5 points of damage when it happens, and
Well,
there's
I don't
something
like
latched
that.
onto you. Ah! Get it off me!
Right?
All right, I believe that leaves us Xanadu.
Yeah, 2 unconscious dudes in the wagon, and they go after me.
Oh, yeah, we're not. They're underneath the wagon. They couldn't even see them. And they're half inside of a potato sack.
Oh, okay.
Armor class 13, Xanadu.
No.
Okay, he flops down on the ground next to you. Kind of misses your leg. He's going for a nice juicy artery, but he missed.
Mm-hmm. Sucker.
All right. And what does that leave us at? Bum, bum, bum. The last Sturge. I believe everybody's gotten a Sturge attack, so we got 1 extra, and I'm going to roll it randomly. 1d4.
I wonder who's going to get it.
I don't know, but 1 is Drogo, 2 is Xanadu, 3 is Ued, and 4 is River. Looks like number 4.
Ah!
Don't like the cut of your jib. All right, swoops down out of the sky. And armor class 13.
I got 15.
That's a miss. So flops right next to the guy trying to get on your neck and starting to move towards your neck. But okay, that brings us to the top of the round. And the stirs that's on. Drogo goes. This is the one that's attached to you. Okay, never mind. I don't need to roll to attack now.
Yeah, you just automatically do damage to me, right?
Yep, you lose. All right, the one that's on your neck drains you for 4 points as it starts sucking the blood right out of you. Something like that.
Any of these other guys awake yet?
Not yet.
I didn't hear the commotion.
All right, which one is this one? This is one of the ones that was on River. River got one it's on you, right? It attached, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yep.
Okay. I should probably mark which ones are attached, so I stop forgetting. Put these little heart symbols next to the ones that have that are sucking the blood. So far, only 2 are attached. Whoops. How comes that didn't stick? There we go. Okay.
Goddamn mosquitoes are out tonight, huh?
Yep. Blood sucking mosquitoes, and he does the one that's attached. Drains you for 5.
Another 5? Little fuckers.
Okay. That was the one we just did. All right. Boaz. You start hearing people freaking out all around you. Kind of stir awake. Oh my God.
I'm going to
What's
channel
happening?
my divinity.
Okay.
And I am going to use, with channel divinity, my once a day thing. I'm going to try to hit these 2 guys right here with shatter.
Nice.
Okay. Do you have the ability? Are you? Can you link it? Or you want me to look at it? I can look at it.
Which
too.
one?
Whatever you're trying to do with your. Are you just trying to cast
Shatter?
a spell? You're just casting
Yeah,
a spell.
but
What you're doing.
Yeah, but for actions, I
Yeah.
can do channel divinity once a day, which gets the full effect of the number.
Oh, I see. So you want to cast your spell, but you're going to use your channel of divinity to make sure it does the max damage. I
Yeah.
believe. Hang on a sec. So you're casting.
Oh, it refills on a short rest.
Yeah, that does. Yeah. You want to cast? You said Thunderwave or Shatter?
Shatter is 3d8 and it's AoE.
Yeah, it's 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. And
So I
they have
thought
to
I
make
could hit. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you can set it in a way that you could hit those 2 people right there. Yeah, exactly. You can set her. You can put it in a position like that. However, they have to make Constitution saves. On a failed save, they save for half. Okay, so you're just going to do max damage. Okay, that's cool. So 3d8 would be what, 24? So if they save, they take half. If not, they take all. So let's get some saving throws. And you said it was Constitution save, so 1 and 2. What's your DC?
Oh, what does that mean?
Your spell save DC. It might have been if you linked. Can you? Is there an ability you can click on for that? It should link it for me.
For the shatter?
Yeah.
Yeah, off your character sheet.
Yeah, just cast it. Yeah, just click it as you're casting the spell, and it'll tell me like your spell save DC and all that stuff.
Is that what you wanted?
Yes. DC 13. Okay. They both managed to make their saving throw.
Oh
so
my
they each
gosh.
take 12. However,
Oh,
these are not very hardy creatures. So that's enough to kill both of them.
whoa,
Nice.
little jerks. Now I have to take a spell off my second level spells.
Yep.
Okay. Making sure I understood what I was doing here. Okay. Moving on. Where are we at here? That was Boaz. River. You have something latched onto your neck and something that was trying to bite your leg, but just fell over dead.
Okay. Well, the one on my neck is still there, though, right? That's not
Uh-huh.
one that he killed.
Nope.
All right.
He
I
killed
guess
the one that was trying to bite your leg.
I'll take a swing with my short sword, I guess.
All right. Roll the hit.
15.
That's a hit.
Nice.
And you did 14 damage. Jeez.
Wow. They bit the
That's
wrong girl
awesome.
there.
Actually, no, it wouldn't. It would only be 7. But it doesn't matter. These things are very weak. So you managed to kill whatever was sucking on your neck.
All right. Where am I in I can't. My eyes are shit. Am I close enough to
You
help
can
out?
zoom in too on your screen if you use the scroll wheel. It'll zoom in.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Or-
forgot to do it.
The upper right hand corner.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
thing.
They actually have a right hand corner. Is probably better.
Well, I'm close enough to help
Cool.
Kenny, right? I mean,
Yeah, you can move your way around here. Here, and here. You won't attack over here. Any attacks of opportunity. There's only 2 Sturges left. One of them sucking on Kenny's neck. The other one is trying to get on Xanadu's leg.
well, so but I can go this way. And
Yeah.
and not
Yep.
worry about.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what
You
I'll
can
do.
get anywhere pretty much you want to get.
I'm going to do that, and then I'll use my bonus strike to try to get the other one off him.
Okay. I just want to be clear that you're going to try and stab the Sturge that's on Kenny.
Correct.
It's
I mean, it
attached
works
to his
for-
neck. Just being clear.
Well, it was
You
attached
missed.
to
There
my
might
neck.
be some. Right. It's one thing to stab something that's on your own neck. It's something else to stab something that somebody else is like, no, get off me. Hold on, stand still.
What's the worst that could
Hey,
happen?
would you like some
What's the
help?
worst that could happen? Try and stab him. Roll the hit.
Just don't fumble.
Don't fumble. Let's put it that way. Don't fumble.
Don't roll a 1.
Kenny, I learned this in CPR. Do you need help?
Roll the hit.
10.
That's unfortunately a miss, but you don't manage to kill Kenny in the process.
Well, that's good.
Oof.
Comes close. He starts waving his sword around your face. Hey, let me get it for you, buddy. Ah-ha! All right. That brings us to the Sturge that is fighting Xanadu.
Come on, bitch.
I'm just trying to attach to you. Sees your nice beefy looking leg there. Oh my god. And he like latches right on in like a nice meaty part and just sinks his little beak right in there and starts sucking and you take 7 points of damage
Ouch.
as it drains. Must have hit that good vein. The main vein.
Sucking on the pain.
All right,
No.
Drogo, you're up.
Okay.
That's not right.
I'm gonna melee attack this thing and smack it off of my neck.
Roll to hit.
Six.
Oh no.
Yeah, you start flailing around.
Ah!
Matter of fact, you start grabbing Whip's dagger and or sword. Get it off me! Get it off me! But to no avail. All right, X-Do, you're up.
Okay, so there's one attached to my leg.
Oh yeah, he's attached to you now. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my dagger and I'm gonna try to stab him in the head and get him pried off.
Okay,
It'll be a 15 to hit,
that is a hit.
and that'll be a total of 4 points of damage.
Well, he managed to slice it right in half, and
That's a kill.
drops dead.
Sweet.
Squirts out a bunch of blood that it just sucked out of you.
Hmm.
And there's
You pour it back
one
in.
left, and that is on
Me.
Rogo. Yep. That one's dead, and it is that one's turn, and he starts sucking. And he drains you for 7 points. Jesus.
Ouch.
These things are major suckers.
Thirsty
That-
boys.
just
This
so
is
you
the
guys
second
are
one.
aware, that puts me down to 5.
Okay.
I'm getting a little fucking dizzy here.
All right. Well,
Well,
at the
well
end
done.
of after he, let's see. Let me make sure what's happening here. Okay. He sucks your blood, and he releases your neck, and he starts flying back up.
Okay.
So he's no longer attached, and
Somebody better blow that fucker out of the sky.
starts flying away.
Right?
He's now 10 feet in the air.
And if he's flying away,
Boaz, you're up.
I will try to cantrip him with ringing my bell. Toll the dead.
Toll the dead. Okay. What is it? I gotta roll
Wisdom 13.
wisdom save. Okay.
Do you want me to roll the damage?
Yeah, might as well. Let's see if. Oh yeah,
Whoops.
almost made it, man. Apparently they are not very wise.
but
Well, as it's flying away, it gets about 10 feet in the air, and all of a sudden it just bursts into a shower of blood that he
Alright.
just sucked out of Kenny, and pieces of it go raining down on the ground.
Nice shot.
And
Can we
all
put some of that back into Kenny so we can get some life back?
Unfortunately,
Well,
no.
why don't you guys take
Soaks
a
into the
nap and
ground.
I'll take this watch?
Thanks.
do you have
Go
night
back to sleep.
vision?
I
Me,
do.
know.
Although I'm
But he's
down,
hurt.
Yo,
I'm down to 11.
Am I the only one not hurt?
I think
Alright,
so.
Yep.
I can take a long rest now and re-heal myself.
Well, that was during your watch, so yeah. There's one. Let's see, what is it? You got one more watch to go, and then dawn will happen. Then everybody will get their abilities, their refresh for taking a long rest. Let's put it that way. I won't
Well,
be
now-
super hardcore about this.
Cool.
Would I be able to heal everybody with aid and then have my second level spells back the next day?
You could heal now, and then when you finish your rest, you could gain your spells back.
I don't
Okay,
need
well then
it.
I will
'cause-
cast. Well, it's a spell that heals everybody for 5.
Yeah,
well,
but if
3
we
people
take a
for
long,
5.
if we're taking a long
yeah, you can
rest
do
and
that.
you're the only one that's not damaged, then we don't need it because we all regenerate our hit points.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Well, you still have one more watch to take, and who knows what'll happen? Maybe the
Okay.
Sturgies will be back.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying don't do what you're saying. I'm just saying there is a.
I mean, if I get the spell back anyway, might as well just take
Yeah.
the 5 points.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Is that automatic, or do you have to roll for it?
It's automatic.
Well,
Like-
while everybody else is, are you doing some healing? Yeah. So everybody gains back whatever.
It's just 5 hit points with aid. 3 people get 5 hit points. It either heals 5 hit points or gives you 5 hit points more than what you already have.
Oh, I thought that was what's healing word do?
Oh, I could do healing word, but healing word
Healing word is one creature,
Oh, okay.
but it's not
Yeah,
touch,
it's a range thing.
I got him confused.
and it's only 1d4.
Gotcha.
But aid
Yeah.
is a 30-foot radius also.
But if you're casting aid, what is the? Do you know what the duration is on that?
Well, if they're already negative, if they're negative normal hit points, they just get healed by 5.
Yeah, but what's
The casting duration?
yeah, like how long does that spell last? Because not only does it heal them for 5, but it gives them 5 temporary hit points. So if they heal
Oh,
to
I see.
full while the duration is still happening, they'll have 5 extra hit points. Is what I'm.
I would imagine it would be gone if we're going to keep
Eight.
resting though.
Here, I'm gonna take a look.
But
8
I
is
don't know.
one action range. One action range, 30 feet, duration 8 hours.
Okay, there you go.
Wow.
So
Is it
even after
concentration?
8
No.
hours.
Yeah, 8 hours. 8 hours, and each target hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. Okay, so there you go.
Uh-oh.
So you guys have 5 extra hit points when dawn arrives, and the night pretty much
Oh,
passes
man.
uneventfully. From here
Whip
on out.
forgot he was filling up the tank behind him, and it's overflowing.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
How long has that been happening, or did it just happen?
I think it just started happening.
Oh snap! That's the worst. I did that recently
Oh,
too, man.
Man.
We've
Like
all
75 was like a
Jeremy?
waterfall. I was like, ugh, horrible.
I almost did that with my 110 tub yesterday.
been, oh,
All right, so we finished the third watch,
Yep, pretty uneventful.
and now since we've taken a long rest, and we have that aid, do we get +5 on top of our max?
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably take you for another 4 hours. You have that, and it is dawn. So I'd say you have it till
Cool.
about noon, and then it'll fade because it's only an 8-hour spell.
okay.
You guys had to sleep.
Well, we ought to truck up to that layer while you guys still have the hit points.
That's reasonable.
And we don't have a tank.
Yeah, we should find the. Yep, we should find the path and see if we can get up there.
Well, the path is pretty easy to distinguish. It's kind of spelled out.
Oh, good.
Let's see. All right.
Where
Right
the
as you
hell is our ranger?
Who knows, man? He's abandoned you. All right. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made of warped branches and trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A low doorway leads inside. It's kind of where the trail ends. And what looks like a bunch of warped branches of trees woven into a dome-like shelter. It's kind of in the shadows. And the low doorway leads inside. What you doing?
Let's look for traps and
Go
knock on the
inside?
door.
Well, there is no door. It's just a doorway.
Well, let's notify ourselves because we're trying to
I-
get good
I
faith
wonder if we
to this
should
banshee.
approach. I wonder if we should approach with the offering,
Well, you can.
the gift. The,
You
jewel
look inside.
coin,
Are you
silver
taking a look
jewel
inside?
coin.
I say we
Well-
say hello and announce our presence
Okay, you can do
before
that.
we just go searching.
You listen in for a response, and it just seems very eerily quiet at the moment. But you don't hear anything out of the ordinary, just kind of dead silence. Looking inside the house or the shelter, looks like a home of sorts. That is sheltered within this dome of woven branches. It's sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, a reclined couch. All of it is old and of elven craft.
Okay. Let's
Can I? I'm
Um,
gonna use. Can I use
no.
all my spells?
So
Because
did-
I have sorry, I have see invisibility as a spell, and it says for the duration you see invisible creatures and objects as they were invisible. You can also see into the
Ethereal plane.
ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear as ghostly or translucent.
Okay, hang on. Let me see.
we mean you no harm. We only seek information.
yeah, depending on what Kenny sees. I think Xanadu is probably going to pull out his lute and just do a few like simple chords, something really simple and melodic and friendly, and let her know that
You gonna serenade the banshee?
we're
Okay.
here to have a conversation. We're looking for some information. We brought you this beautiful gift. This comb.
Yeah. Well, you cast your see invisible, and you scat around, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Oh,
It doesn't look like
Okay.
anything invisible hiding in there, or you don't see anything ethereal either.
Would a banshee be ethereal?
I don't know. Have you ever encountered a banshee before?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess you don't know then, do you?
So I do. Do we get any response with my little
Are you?
plane?
What are you doing? Standing outside the door and talking?
Yeah, I was going to pull out my lute and just play some chords and let her know that we're friends. We brought
Okay.
an offering. We're looking for Agatha.
Okay.
Can I roll
Uh,
detective magic? Use the detect magic spell.
You can do that.
Okay.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly try.
Do I roll something to use this ability?
Nope. You just check off that you cast one of your spells, and I'll let you know
I
if
just
you
did.
use anything magical.
just did.
You pop off your detect magic and you scout around in the area, but nothing stands out as magical to you. Except for, well, Rico's sword, but Rico's sleeping underneath the. I think that's the only thing magical that you have in your party.
I think so too.
That's all that you see. Nothing out of the ordinary. And you play your lute, and you're all standing outside the doorway of this little house, little shelter, and you don't see anything happening.
Well, I don't know. I've done my
You.
bit of information searching.
We're still outside, right?
And
You're still outside.
Yeah, I wonder if we should go in and like, is there a table or something where we could place that comb on the table?
It's sparsely furnished. There's chests, shelves, a table, a reclined couch. All of it looks very old, and it looks like it was made from elves.
So I'll step inside, still playing the lute,
Okay.
still saying, we're friends,
Bad idea.
we're looking for Agatha.
All right. Well, and when you step into the room,
Mm-hmm.
the air grows cold, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you. A cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking the form of a female elf, her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but a hateful expression twists her features now. Foolish mortal, she snarls. What do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out? And she's glaring at you.
Agatha, we were sent here on a very delicate mission.
She's kind of floating there, looking at you, waiting.
We bring you this offering of this beautiful silver jeweled comb, and we're looking for information on a spell book that we believe you may have once owned from a
Well,
Mr. Bo Gentle.
as soon as you offer her the silvered comb, the ghostly figure smiles with cold amusement. She says, "Very well. I know that you seek many things. Ask me one question, and I will give you your answer." And your question is, what happened to Bo Gentle's spellbook? Is that what you're asking her?
Yep.
Wait, let's think about that question. Hold
Bo
on.
Gentle's spell book.
Because
Well, it doesn't sound like you need to think about it. It sounds like you just asked it.
oh,
Damn it.
Well, Agatha tells you that she knows the spellbook you're talking about. She knows the wizard and where she got it from. And she tells you she traded the book to a necromancer named Cernoth from the city of Erebor more than 100 years ago. She says, "I have no idea what happened to the book afterwards." And as soon as she finishes telling you that, she smiles and fades away.
Damn it.
And the shelter returns to the eerie stillness in the air. And you notice that silver comb is no longer in your possession.
all right. I say we back out slowly and leave.
Cernoff, the necromancer, in what town was that?
Erebor, Iraebor. Yariabor, I don't know how to say that. Ariabor.
That rings a
Ariabor.
bell for anybody on where the hell that's at?
Nobody knows any. Nobody knows any wherever that is. You've never heard of it, any of you. And she also told you that if you remember, she said it happened more than 100 years ago. So.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Let's head down to the old owl well.
It's like
Down the old well.
Wait. Before we leave, should we look around, or maybe we shouldn't risk disturbing any of her possessions and shit? 'Cause I don't think we're equipped to take a battle with a banshee for messing with her shit.
You can certainly try.
I am backing out of the room.
You
We're
can
all
certainly try. I just pulled up the stats. I don't even give you the stats for her, but I pulled up. I'm like, holy Jesus, God!
Yeah, let's back out slowly. I think if we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah. I think we did a fair faith effort.
You guys do have 5
and we
extra
at
hit
least
points.
have
Well, I mean, you
some
did
more
get some
we can
information.
report back to the hunt.
We're not leaving.
Yeah, we got the
empty-handed.
information.
We've got information.
And this Agatha just wanted you to ask where the spellbook went. That was what she sent you for.
There we go.
That's
Now we can just
completed.
bring that information back to Agatha. She didn't ask for the spell book. She just asked for information on where it is after the Banshee had it.
Right. She couldn't communicate with the banshee, so she wanted somebody to ask the banshee where the spellbook went.
There we go. We finished that task. Cross
Okay.
that shit off the list.
Mission half accomplished.
All right. Well, by the time you get back to the town of the ruins of Conanberry, your temporary hit points fade,
Yep.
Oh,
and
man.
it's about midday.
Yep.
So what's the plan now? You're gonna head to the old well.
Yeah, I ain't staying around these damn mosquito shits anymore.
Mosquito shit.
Surges.
Okay. I wouldn't stay around them either.
Yeah, and I think we were told if we continue to that should be around towards where we need to go or where we want to go.
All right, hang on.
I'll be right back.
I had to get a drink. Which my throat is dry. And I need a drink. But I know if I drink a couple more sips of this, I'm gonna have to pee again. It's a catch-22, man.
Just put it in your mouth and spit it out.
I think
Gargle with
we can maybe come back to Agatha's lair at a later time when we have a full crew to see if there's anything in there that we can.
Well, all you saw was furniture and shelving and whatever.
All right. Well, we'll leave the banshee alone then.
All right, so back to Conanberry. Midday, and then you're gonna make your way to the old owl well. Let's see. The easiest way, I think, you could either go through the hills and mountains, which is going to be considered difficult terrain. Well, either way, it's probably easier for you to come over this way and then approach the old well like that.
Okay.
I agree.
However, it was midday when you were there in the town of Conanberry, so it's going to be approaching evening by the time you get to the base of the hills. So
Can
if
we
you
make it to Old Owl Well before evening if we?
No. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're going to be pretty much if you were to push on the old owl well, you'll be stumbling through it in the dark to get there.
Oh, in difficult terrain, we lose half of our distance.
You move at half speed through difficult terrain.
All right. So we'll take the easy path, I guess.
And it was noon when you got back to Conanberry, so it's going to be about late in the evening by the time you get to that part where you're at right now, or it's going to be starting to become evening. So you either need to set up camp or you need to push on through the night.
What do we want to do, guys?
Well, if we set up camp, I
I
want
think
to
we
put
set
up a
up-
better shelter.
I think we set up.
If we push on through the night, none of us will be attacked when we're sleeping.
Right. It's true.
No, but we could
We might
fall
get attacked
down
while
and
we're awake.
break our neck.
There you go. Let's see.
Or we could get
Well, you
attacked
guys
while
are
we're
sitting there
awake.
standing around. You're talking. Evening is setting. The weather was kind of raining and miserable for the past day too. It's starting to lighten up a little bit.
All right, so we're setting up camp here then. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. All right. You doing same watch schedule as last time?
I think we need to roll the cleric into this one.
Yeah. I think me and the cleric and I are gonna switch.
Blame him for half of it. Okay. Yes, perhaps having somebody that isn't like paper thin stand
I'm
watch.
going to cast aid before we start the watch on the 3 people that are staying up.
There you go. So you guys get temporary hit points for the night.
Is that an
All
extra 5?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a +5 extra for 8 hours.
Which by the time morning happens, will be gone. So
Yeah.
it's only for the evening.
It's good
So-
for watch.
Yeah,
Or-
exactly.
or-
I
That's
mean, he
cool.
gains it back in the morning anyway, so it doesn't really hurt. All right. The first watch, pretty much nothing really happens except the rain kind of starts a little, kind of lighten up to a light drizzle. But nothing out of the ordinary. Next watch would be
Cool. Yeah.
dun 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 dun. All right, same thing.
Good.
The rain is pretty much stopped now at this point, and the air is a little chilly. It's getting a little foggy. His dawn is a few hours away. Next up,
Like me.
me.
Okay.
Why you been on me? All right. You're standing there all night long, like spinning around in circles. What was that? What was this? Huh? Who? What? And eventually the sun rises.
Who's that? What? It's the sun. Okay.
No smiling rocks this time?
No smiling rocks. You'll never forget that rock looking at you. All right. Dawn approaches. And everybody rises and you can break camp. Start heading towards the old owl well.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes you a good part of the day to get up wandering around through the foothills of the mountains, basically is what you're heading towards. And you approach, let's see, probably, I'd say mid-afternoon, or afternoon, slightly afternoon. You get to the top. And what you see is, as you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower standing amid the rugged hills. This place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble, enclosing a courtyard of sorts. Adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower, you see, the place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard of sorts adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower. A colorful tent has been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. So basically, it's a crumbling shell of an old watchtower, and in the courtyard area, you see a colorful tent.
A colorful tent.
Yep, in the middle of the courtyard.
Can we
And
see
there's-
Is
anybody
there
in
any
the
kind
tent?
of
Can't see anybody in the tent. The flaps are closed.
Should we send the rogue around the
any
back?
kind of heraldry or markings on?
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
No, there's nothing other than a colorful tent.
Idea.
Bunch of, what is it, like, probably, like, ruined,
Similar
crumbled
to when
watchtower
you
walls,
see
and
it
then in
at,
the
like,
front of it is a tent.
Is there a fire?
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, you can't really see, but it does look like there might be a fire pit near the tent. somebody set up something to cook by.
We gotta find out.
Is it burning still, or is it?
You don't see anything.
So I
coming
think
from
we
it.
go up.
Let's send a rogue in stealth to see if he can hear anything in
So
the
I
tent,
think we.
or if the fire pit has hot coals in it to tell us if there's been anybody there recently. Can we do that?
I can do anything.
Yeah, agreed. Because what we had heard was there were some prospectors that had been chased by undead. So I'm curious about the pit, and if it looks like.
Is it me or is he going robotic?
He's
going robotic.
Okay.
Or if stuff is still pretty well organized.
You're going robotic to us, Xanadu.
What?
Yeah, your connection is weak, I think.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. But we missed half of what you said
I don't know
because
how
you
to
were
troubleshoot that,
robotic.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be all right now.
I believe, if I'm not
So-
mistaken, I believe the
I want to
undead
see if
are in
left in a hurry. Is the
Thunderberry.
fire pit still warm if
Right?
it looks like they left in a hurry, if all the stuff is around?
I don't know. What is the plan? What are you guys doing?
So we're sending the rogue in stealth to investigate the tent and to see if, like, the fire pit, if it's got any hot coals in it, if there's been anybody there, or if there is currently anybody there.
Okay, well, what's your stealth number? What's your bonus?
8.
+8. Damn.
Nice.
Damn, look at you.
Whoa.
Do I roll or
No, I'll roll it for you.
okay?
All right. So you're approaching the tent first, and then looking at the watchtower or whatever. You're checking out the tent.
Yeah, 10 first, right? That's what we said.
Yeah, tent,
Yep.
and then we're gonna
Yep.
check out the campfire to see if, or the fire pit to see if there's hot coals in it, or any signs of anybody being there now or having been there recently.
Okay.
Right?
As you approach the tent, give me a perception check.
Perception. Where are you? Perception.
Your skills.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's about there.
+5.
Yeah, you can roll this yourself.
16.
Okay. As you're getting closer to the tent, suddenly the smell of death just wafts over you from the direction of the tower. And as you turn to look, suddenly spilling out of the tower is a whole bunch of undead coming right at you.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me set up a little, I guess we can use the same old battleground I guess we always use.
Dun 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 dun.
I can't get my stealth roll was weak.
Oh yeah, you rolled crap, man. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm gonna
I
have
don't
you. Let's see you're probably about this far away from the rest of the party. Do I have something I can draw? I can draw a tent. Let's draw a tent. Let's freehand a tent.
Draw a 10.
Woo! Here's the tent. Okay, you're approaching it from the back. And I'll say over here is the watchtower ruins. And coming out of it, starts spilling a bunch of zombies. Oh yeah, I might as well start this going on. So it's going to take a minute. You guys can start rolling initiative. You want to click on yourselves.
I'm gonna disengage and run away.
All right, you can do that when it's your turn, but yeah. Let's see. What do I need here? I need.
Oh wait, I have to click on myself, don't I?
Can you see that?
There.
I don't think anybody at home can see this. Oh, you guys can't see what I drew? Can you see what I drew on the
Yeah,
map?
you
can
I see it, yeah.
scroll.
A C with a little
Oh, I
cube.
see.
Damn it.
I was why can't people at home see it? It's because I didn't zoom out enough for them to see it. What's going on here?
Scroll up, or
Okay, there we
there
go.
you go.
What is this? I don't need this.
That works.
I rolled a 14 initiative.
I got 16.
Whoops.
Nice.
I rolled a
10.
12.
What is going on right now?
Why are my rolls shit?
What did I just do?
So I rolled a 5 plus 7, 12.
Wow. So there's a few of them.
Wow.
All right, this is gonna take me a minute here. So give me a second. Yeah, I was gonna say, just put it out there. We've been going for over 2 hours now, and this combat is gonna take a while. Maybe we set it up. Maybe we get the initiatives, and maybe we put a pause on it there until next week, and then maybe you have some of your other party members here too.
Yeah, that would be.
Yep.
Some of our other party members may have woken up from the commotion and the stench of the dead.
So give me a sec. I'm gonna start rolling some initiatives. Oh, actually, I think I can do that right here, can I? Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Look, Nico wants to play with this fish.
Okay. I believe I got zombies in the turn order. Everybody else roll their initiative. Whoops. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, let me add one other thing here. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta add that, but you don't know about that yet. So what is this? It is
Monty's an awesome cat.
yeah. Did you see him? He was just up here.
Yep.
What do you? Yeah, awesome cat. He's knocking things off. Knock it off. He's doing that cat thing where he just stares at something. He's like,
Yeah, but you're telling him to do it.
yeah, true. I am telling him to do it.
If you don't want your cat to knock stuff off, don't tell him to knock it off.
Knock it off, cat. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Do I have stats on this guy? I don't think I do.
There are fucking 12 undead zombies coming at us.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, this is probably a good place to pause it for tonight. If you guys are cool with
I'd
that.
say.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It'd be nice to have a full contingent of a party.
Yeah,
to take
and you
out
got what?
small zombies.
Rico and Skipper.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, we'll hold the combat till next time, and we'll pick it up there. And everybody good for next Wednesday?
Yeah.
I will be, unless we
Cool.
get a storm or something roll through again. But
Yeah, cool. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I will need to see how I feel next Wednesday. I've got oral surgery that day, so
Oh, well,
Hmm.
that sucks.
may
Hopefully
or
everything
may
goes well.
not. Yeah, thanks.
you'll be.
But I will try to make it for sure.
You'll be fine.
I might be all lit up on painkillers.
That'll make
Well.
for a more interesting stream.
Exactly.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll be here.
I think next week all decisions in the game are being made by Cards Against Humanity.
No, no.
Oh, good grief.
Maybe a very short campaign. All right,
Awesome.
folks.
Thanks,
we'll leave
Jason.
it here.
Thanks,
Yep.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And we will see you all next week.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, folks.